Thanks, Ellie.
You think we'll have another piece of cake?
When did she finally get to sleep?
After the last time you called the hospital, somewhere around 6?
Well, don't wake her, Ellie.
Oh no.
Hello? No, no, not yet. Not a thing.
Who is it, Stanley?
His mother again. No, Mrs. Simpson. There's no use calling the hospitals again. I called a few hours ago and left both our numbers, yours and ours. You say this isn't like Buckley? He normally comes home when anything goes wrong. Well, perhaps this is a little different. Try not to worry. Oh, I know that sounds silly, but he seems to sound bad to me. Yes, the police have our number too. His father called all the numbers he could think of? No luck. Oh, please, Mrs. Dunson, try not to get hysterical. You what? You keep thinking he might be wandering around lost. Well, why? Oh, amnesia. Well, he's only been gone a few hours. Try not to worry. Yes, I will. The minute I hear him. Good. Now my coffee's cold.
I'll get you another cup.
No, Ellie, for goodness sake, sit down. You've been on your feet all night. I've had enough coffee anyway.
What do we do now?
Wait.
Stanley, you don't think that Buckley's the type to do anything foolish, do you?
Nonsense.
Answer it!
Keep calm, Ellie.
Answer it!
Hello? Oh, for the love of...
Who is it?
Haven't you any more sense than that?
Stanley Bankman?
What do I
Tell me
mean?
who it is.
It's Ben.
Ben?
I mean what I say. I should think you'd have more sense. That's all.
Let me talk to him, Stanley. No, he's not angry. It's just we're keeping this line clear in case there's any word. I guess he thought it was some news. I did. No, don't call anymore, Ben. We'll call you. No, he's not angry. He's not. It's just nervous. Goodbye.
This is almost as bad as when Kay had appendicitis.
Yes.
What do people have children for anyway?
Why don't you go upstairs and lie down?
No. But you should.
Oh, I can't.
Well, don't fidget, Ellie.
I'm sorry. I've got to do something.
Relax.
I can't. Stanley, you don't think you could call hospitals again?
They'll just think we're nutcases if I do.
I guess so. Stanley.
Hello? Who? Who do you wish to speak to? There's no Douglas here. No, this is 528. Well, why don't you dial the number you want? Wrong number. How many times a day does some idiot dial the wrong number? It's an outrage.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Ellie, don't cry.
I'm sorry. It's just this waiting. It makes me so nervous.
I know, but buck up, old girl. Don't you crack up.
Stanley, that's Buckley's ring. That's Buckley.
Ellie, let me talk to him alone.
Well, what shall I do? Shall I wake Kay?
No, don't wake her. Let me talk to him. I know what I'm doing.
All right, dear.
Just go upstairs and I'll call you.
Mr. Bates,
Later, Buckley. Have you had breakfast?
No, sir.
Delilah, cup of hot coffee, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Banks.
Kay told you, did she?
Yes, some. She didn't explain.
How could she?
Where were you, Buckley? We were worried.
Driving.
Anywhere in particular?
Just around and around. I don't know where.
Mr. Buckley.
Look, Lionel.
Give him the
Mr. Banks, I talked to Kay as if she were, I accused her of things. I called her names, I called her a liar and a cheat, and I walked out on her.
Why?
Because she promised me a long time ago that there would be only 50 people.
At the wedding? She did? So that's why she was so upset?
Yes, and then I found out, and I accused her of deceiving me deliberately.
What made you change your mind, Buckley?
Mr. Banks, I gave Kay a letter from my mother, and she didn't read it. And after we quarreled, she threw it at me and told me to read it myself. And I did, somewhere in the middle of the night.
And?
And it was my mother's list of people she wanted invited to the wedding. Friends.
My gosh, we forgot our list.
There were 135 people on Mother's list. 135! Mr. Banks, why don't you throw me out?
Because I find I like you, son.
You couldn't like me.
I find I do. Cheer up, Buckley.
Mr. Banks, I accused Kay of making it bigger and bigger because she wanted a big wedding secret. And she admitted it. But she said she tried to keep it the way I wanted it, but she couldn't. And I didn't believe her, and then I insulted her, and then my own mother.
Let's just say there are some things in which men and women don't see eye to eye. Are you listening?
Yes, sir?
Did you ever hear of a man who wanted a big wedding?
No, I didn't.
Well, there may be a few, but I've never met one. And yet, there are a lot of big weddings. I deduce from that most women do want a big wedding, including your mother, including Kay's mother, and including Kay.
But why, Mr. Banks? If I could only see why.
There you go, Buckley. Stick with that. If I could only see why. And to make matters worse, half the time the women don't know why themselves.
Do you know, Mr. Banks?
Sometimes I do, but now it takes working at. You think that getting married is a very private thing.
Yes, I can't help it, I do.
Well, you're wrong, Marley. I'll tell you what's really happening. You're being paraded in front of the tribe, and you've got a great big sign on you, 10 feet square. And the sign reads, "This one is mine. Look at him and remember, he is mine. And if he strays or is stolen, he is to be returned to me. If I have a law, he is to be returned to me."
For gosh sakes, that's awful.
Well, and just in case everyone should think the poor guy's a sucker, the bride wears a sign 10 feet square too. And her sign reads, "Don't feel sorry for him. Look at me. I'm beautiful."
Do you really think it's that, Mr. Banks?
Yes, I do.
You mean that's the way Kay thinks about it?
No, Buckley. Kay doesn't think that way at all, but that's how she feels without knowing it. And it's very confusing for her because she's trying to please you too.
I could see it would be confusing. And I was. I talked to her like a brute.
Let's just say you talked to her like a man, and she talked to you like a woman, and neither one knew what the other one was talking about.
You don't think I'm, well, a scum?
No, just regulation.
Do you think she'd see me?
No skin off your nose to try. Ellie? Ellie?
Yes, dear?
Would you send Kay down? Buckley wants to speak to her.
I'll ask her.
Do you think it's possible she might forgive me?
It's possible, yes.
Stanley,
Yes, Ellie.
she'll be right down.
Well, so far so good. I'm going to go for a walk. I have a letter of telephone to from the corner drugstore.
Don't go, Mr. Banks, please.
You're on your own now, Buckley.
Kay,
Buckley. Hey, I love you. Are you all right? I thought you were dead.
Can you ever forgive me?
It wasn't you. I was the one that was awful.
No, it was all my fault.
Please kiss me. I thought and thought all night.
So did I. I drove around and around in circles.
Buckley,
Yes, darling.
if I run upstairs and get dressed, will you elope with me right now this minute?
Oh, darling.
Will you, Buckley?
No.
Why won't you?
Because I don't mind wearing a sign 10 feet square that says, I belong to you. And let the whole darn world come and see it. I want them to.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together.
Pinch her up, Pete. She ain't balanced right. Ow! Oh, put it down. What are you trying to do? Break my neck?
What do you mean, break your neck? You said hitch, I hitch.
Well, you don't got to climb me back with the chair now, do you?
All right, are you guys going to cut this out and move furniture, or are you going to move furniture?
What'd you have to go and give me a green guy for?
Listen, is it my fault the other guy broke his collarbone?
Hey, I'll be lucky you don't break my neck.
You got less than half an hour to clear this room. Let's get going.
Okay. Now, Pete, take it easy.
Look, baby, I told you before, there's no use chasing us around with that thing.
I spent 2 days polishing this floor, and I'm gonna see that it stays polished
Would you just wait till we get finished in here, like I asked you?
until it gets so trapped up that there's nothing I can do about it.
Listen, baby, we're going to be crawling in and out of here like a mess of fleas. You're in our way.
Maybe don't you think you're in my way?
Hello? Hello? Just a minute, please. Do tell them to stop that infernal racket. I can't hear a thing.
Hold it, boys.
Hello? Oh, Aunt Helen. Yes, what? You say you lost your dress for the wedding? Well, how? Oh, you couldn't have left it here. Well, just a minute, Aunt Helen. Ellie? Ellie?
Yes, dear.
Aunt Helen thinks she left her dress here.
She took it to the tailor. She said she was going to have it pressed.
Call the tailor shop, dear. Ellie says we're going to have it pressed. Yes, that's right. No trouble at all. See you later. Goodbye.
How am I supposed to put up a tent if the boys have to stop every time somebody's crazy aunt loses a dress?
Would you kindly look at the weather?
Okay, so the sun is shining.
We don't want a tent. I told you before, it would be much pleasanter to be out on the lawn.
Listen, you ordered a tent, you got to have a tent. I can't change it, it's in the contract. Besides, you took it away from somebody else.
Well, then don't bother me. I have enough on my mind.
Okay, boys. You ain't gonna answer?
Why bother? I can't hear anything.
Look, this can't go on, mister. We've got a job to do.
And is this any time to do it? 2 hours before the wedding? Why didn't you come this morning?
We had the Broadhurst wedding this morning.
Is that my fault?
Okay. Hold it, boys.
Hello? Oh, hello, Uncle Joe. Yes, we're certainly glad you made it. Ellie will be delighted.
He liked it.
Yes, Kay's fine. Everyone's fine.
Fine and dandy.
Just a minute, Uncle Joe. Would you like to speak to him?
Me? No.
All right, then let me. Go ahead, Uncle Joe.
Hey, can't you see the fella sitting in it? Take a different piece.
We got the truck set up for this. Not like we got a lot of room out there. We're lucky we fit it in.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Uncle Joe.
Sorry, mister.
What? Oh, new manner? Well, the easiest way is to take a taxi.
Hey, can't you cut it short, mister?
There aren't any taxis? Well, there will be in a few minutes. See you later. Goodbye.
Okay, boys.
How much longer is this going to go on?
Take it easy, mister. Just till we get up to support. You don't want it falling down, do you?
How long?
Maybe 5 minutes.
Thank goodness. Who are you?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I'm Betty from Tim's Flower Shop.
You couldn't let us get the furniture out first?
You were supposed to have it out 3 hours ago.
Well, we did.
I've got to make an artistic arrangement. I can't wait any longer.
Look, lady, give us 10 minutes.
I've got 2 dozen poems to carry in.
Sorry, mister.
All right, all right. You give us 10 minutes, we'll carry in your pounds for you, okay?
Okay. Mr. Banks, my floor! She has mud on her shoes.
I'm sorry, Delilah.
Listen, could you get rid of her, mister? I told her before to do that after we're finished.
It will be ruined after.
Still, I think you better, Delilah.
Oh, dear!
I thought you said 5 minutes.
Any minute now. See? I told you.
Now, will you tell me where Missoula is?
He'll be here.
Today? My daughter gets married today, remember? In a little over an hour.
Never mind the wisecracks, mister. He'll be here any minute.
Buckingham Caterers. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Hey, Red, take it easy. You got that crooked.
I was rolling rugs before you were rolling raffles.
All right, take it easy.
Ah, Mr. Banks, a lovely day in all sense.
This is the most outrageous performance I've ever seen. An hour and 35 minutes before the wedding.
Ah, the tent is all assembled. Now everything will go like magic.
Stanley, what are we going to do? It's getting later and later.
That's what I'm going to find out.
Mr. and Mrs. Banks. Trust Buckingham. Everything will go like magic. When you return from the church, all this will be forgotten. You won't believe it. I have a truck at the door. Inside is everything we need. I have trained hands waiting to place it in an instant, in a second. You return from the ceremony of the church. You'll enter this house and music will be played. This room will be a bower of flowers. The serving table will be gleaming with white linens and shining silver. Waiters will be darting silently, smoothly among the crowd. And you will hear the soft hum of voices and the popping corks. Buckingham never fails.
Okay, fellas, let's go.
And what about our nerves? What about that?
Never mind, Stanley.
Thank you, Mrs. Banks. Joe, why don't you give them a hand with that? You'll excuse me.
How's Kay? Is she nervous?
Mrs. Politsky's working on her now.
What? Is she still sewing on her wedding dress?
Nonsense, Stanley. It was finished days ago.
Well, what then?
It's how the material falls. It needs a tack here, a tack there. You wouldn't understand.
I'll say. I'm getting so I don't understand anything.
Where's Tommy? He needs to be getting dressed.
Watching the tent makers.
I'm going to get dressed. Ben's in the bathtub. Tommy?
Yes, Mom? Come in, please, dear.
Stanley, I need you to find a place in one of the cars for Mrs. Politsky. I want her to come to the church with us.
Well, good heavens, Ellie, what for?
I want her to straighten Kay out before she starts down the aisle with you.
Straighten her out. What, is she going to have the bends?
Her veil and her train. Stanley, please.
All right, I'll squeeze her in somewhere. speak to Kay.
Not now.
I think she better if she wants him at the wedding.
Oh my goodness. Tell her to wait.
Is he still there, Pops?
Still there, Buckley? Hold on, she's coming.
Mrs. Banks, just hold this side of the veil. Thank you. Please do not let it touch the floor. Miss Kay, do not go too fast. Oh, heavens.
Kitty, you look wonderful.
Thanks, Pops.
Oh, it's creasing on your side, Mrs. Banks.
Oh, dear. Hello, Buckley. Hello, darling. Yes, I feel wonderful. How do you feel? Oh, but why, darling? Today of all days with the sun shining? Oh, no, you just can't come now. There isn't time. Just a minute, darling. Mother, couldn't you please just put the veil over my arm and let me talk to Buckley?
Oh, Miss Kay! It would need to be repressed.
If she'd rather have a few wrinkles in her veil than a groom with a nervous breakdown, that's her business.
Just a minute, please, Buckley. Stanley, don't be an alarmist.
I'm not an alarmist.
Very well. Come, Mrs. Polinsky. Let's drape it over her arm. Can't you tell me over the phone, darling? Why do you need to see me? Is anything the matter? Well, tell me. Don't go, Pops.
He's scared.
I know. But, darling, what happened? Last night it was all right. No. No, if it's the responses, you know them perfectly. And if you forget, I can whisper them to you. It isn't that? Well, tell me. Oh, what you're to think about while you're waiting for me facing the congregation? Well, darling, that's easy. You think about me. You think about me arriving with Pops in a taxi outside and coming through the doors and looking right away for your face. Of course, that's what I'll look for. I'll wait to see you standing there, and then everything will be all right. Because you're the man who's going to take care of me. And once I know you're there, everything is all right. See you, darling. See you very soon. See you for always. Bye, Buckley. Bye, just for a little while, all right now? Good. Bye, Buckley.
What's Buckley got, Kay, that can make you look like that?
Hello, Pops.
Well, whatever it is, you better protect that one. He better not let you down, kid.
You won't.
You know it's a fiction that Buckley's going to take care of you. And everything that's important, you will take care of him.
Yes, I know.
A few months ago, you were a little girl. And now you're a woman, Kay. I'm proud of you. You are your mother's daughter.
Am I really? If I can be as happy as Mom, I won't ask for anything more. Oh, help! There goes that darn veil. Catch it for me, Pops.
Hey, Mrs. Polinsky's waiting for you.
Coming!
Hello, Mr. Banks. I'm awfully excited, aren't you?
Yes, I guess I am, Peggy.
Is Ben dressed?
Last report in the bathtub. Ben! Peggy's here.
Hi, Peggy.
Hello, Ben.
Wow, Peggy, you're beautiful.
You like me?
Tommy, why aren't you dressed?
Look, Pops, I'm having a fit of trouble.
What do you mean?
Those stiff collars, they don't fit on soft shirts.
Naturally.
I don't have anything but soft shirts.
What do you mean you haven't anything but soft shirts? You've had 3 months to get ready for your sister's wedding. Are you an imbecile?
Gee, Pops,
Didn't you have an evening shirt?
it's in the wash.
Has Ben got one?
He's got it on and it wouldn't fit me anyway. Can't I just wear a soft shirt?
No!
What am I gonna do, Pops?
If I had a blunt instrument in my hand, Tommy Banks, I would exterminate you.
What am I gonna do, Pops?
Take the car and buy one.
Like this?
Yes, like that. Drive it, Ben. Be back in 10 minutes and don't get arrested. president. Serves you right for being such putty pants. Do I have to run this whole shebang myself? Can't anyone in this house use their head? My gosh, at this rate, there won't be anybody.
Mr. Banks, can I get you a glass of water or something?
No! You cannot give me a glass of water or something. A man has a right to go crazy when everyone around him is acting like a bunch of maniacs. Look at this house. In 50 minutes, my daughter is getting married. In 30 minutes, the car's coming to take her to the church. How am I supposed to stand it without losing my mind? Caterers who don't come. Senile old age who lose their dresses. Men pounding on tents I don't want. A son who is quite feeble-minded.
Oh, he's not feeble-minded. He really isn't.
I tell you, he is feeble-minded.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry, Peggy. Guess we're all nervous.
Yes, I guess so, Mr. Banks. Can I ask your advice on something?
Of course, ma'am.
Do you think it would be awfully dishonest of me if I asked Kay to throw her bouquet a little bit in my direction? So I always couldn't help but be the one to catch it?
Well, I think it has to be done.
Do you think it would be unforgivable?
No, not really, but is it that important?
Oh, yes. I'll just die if Ben and I are the next ones to get married.
And catching the bride's bouquet really cinches it?
Oh, yes. I know it's superstitious, but I've cut it wedding after wedding, and you'd be surprised how it works.
Peggy, how's your father?
Why, he's fine, Mr. Banks.
His heart all right?
His heart was never.
Nervous system pretty tough? Pocketbook solid?
Why, Mr. Banks, do you know something awful that I don't know?
Oh, no, my dear.
Would you mind also telling me why you're asking me all these weird questions?
Well, because when you and Ben get married, he's the goat, Peggy. I can just sit back and let him work.
Father's the goat?
Yes, and I wondered if he could take it. Oh, or maybe you and Ben plan to elope.
Oh, no. I want a wedding exactly like Kay's.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't change anything. Not anything.
Uh-huh.
Why are you smiling, Mr. Banks?
Because my only contribution to that happy event is Ben.
Well, that's a pretty big contribution.
I certainly hope your father thinks so.
Mr. Banks, can I see Kay for just a minute?
Oh, yes, run along, Peggy.
Mr. Banks!
Now what?
My kitchen! There's been carrying boxes and barrels, and they've got everything covered. And one of them is changing his shirt in there, Mr. Banks.
Leave them alone, Delilah.
But it's such a mess, they're never gonna find anything. And no man is gonna change his shirt in my kitchen. Not with me around.
Why don't you just walk onto the church by yourself, Delilah? It's quiet there.
Oh, I do want to see Miss Kay get married. She's so beautiful.
Yeah, just run along, Delilah.
Thank you, Mr. Banks.
You see, Mr. Banks, like magic.
Will you make it?
Of course.
I hope so. Ellie!
Don't say anything, Stanley. I can see on your face you like it.
You never said a thing about your dress.
I'm glad you like me, darling.
You're just as beautiful as you were 25 years ago.
Oh, no, dear.
You are. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, too, Stanley.
Got it! He got a parking ticket!
You boys should be at the church right now. You should have been there 10 minutes ago.
Touche, Pop.
You were the only ushers who know our family, and you were responsible for seating them.
I know, Pops.
And I should be there, too.
Your mother is depending on you. She should be there before us.
Well, Pops, we did the best that we could.
Hurry, Tommy.
Coming, you're putting it on!
Shouldn't your car be here, too, Stanley?
Yes. Is Kay ready?
I thought she was when I came down. Kay?
We're coming, Mrs. Banks. Now slowly, Miss Kay. Especially when you turn. Slowly.
Kay!
Slowly, my darling. Slowly.
Oh, darling, you're lovely.
And my mother, am I all right?
I'll say you're all right.
Thanks, Ben.
You're beautiful.
I'm glad, if it's true. Shouldn't we be going? Shouldn't the boys have gone?
Yes, to both. Tell me!
I can't, Mommy. Come,
Come down! die.
Pops,
What is it, Kay?
something awful. What will I do?
Kitten, what is it?
I feel like crying.
On your wedding day? What is it, kitten?
And if I do, I'll ruin my face and my veil and my dress.
Is something troubling you? Is something wrong?
Yes,
Well, what is it? Tell Papa.
I don't want to go.
You don't want to go?
To get married.
But Kay, it's a little late to feel like that.
I know.
There's nothing to be afraid of in marriage.
Oh, I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of marriage. I'm just afraid of getting married. Oh, Pops, have you got a handkerchief? My poor face.
You're afraid of the people?
Yes.
But darling, you're so beautiful. How could you be afraid?
Suppose I trip on my train or fall down or something.
Oh, kitten, you had me scared. Is that all?
Is that all?
Kitten, when you were a little girl and had a nightmare, who took you out of bed and held you till you felt all right?
You did.
And when you fell down and scraped your knee, who told you stories until you felt better?
You did.
And when you swallowed the peach pit, who swung you by your heels?
You did. And you hit me hard on the back.
Well, I'm going to be right there